The internet is abuzz with discussions about Russia's newly launched Shahed 136 2.0. What's interesting and dangerous about it? In the stillness of midnight in Ukraine, an unusual discovery has sparked excitement among military analysts. Amid the debris from a recent strike lay a Geran-2 drone that appeared different from earlier models, more advanced, clearly not the standard version that first emerged 2 years ago. This isn't just a repeat of old tactics. It signals the beginning of a new chapter in a conflict that shows no signs of slowing down. First deployed in September 2022, the Geran-2 is a propeller-driven unmanned aerial vehicle designed for one-way missions, to crash into a target and explode with high destructive power. Its relatively low production cost, around $20,000 per unit in 2023, has made it a strategic tool to pressure Ukrainian and NATO air defenses. Just look at how this weapon has been used recently. These drones haven't only been deployed against military positions, but have also targeted strategic industrial infrastructure. In Donetsk Oblast, a strike destroyed a temporary Ukrainian troop deployment in Novo-Ekonomichne. A military base at Kramatorsk airport was leveled. At one point, nearly 100 Geran-2 drones were launched in a single night, bombarding wide areas from Kharkiv and beyond, disabling military facilities and industrial networks almost instantly in recent days. If the original Russian version was already shocking, what can we expect from this new one? Keep your eyes on the story. This is Russia's latest generation kamikaze unmanned aerial vehicle. This drone is designed not only to fly toward a target and explode, but also houses advanced navigation systems behind its simple exterior. These systems are directly connected to Ukraine's cellular networks, enabling real-time data transmission from deep within enemy territory. The integration of Russian-made components with local connectivity marks a major leap in Moscow's manufacturing capabilities and technological warfare strategy. Production centers like Alabuga and Kupol have become the heart of this revolution, producing drones capable of disrupting even the most advanced air defense systems. In the context of the war in Ukraine, the presence of these low-cost UAVs represents an effective asymmetric weapon, able to challenge high-tech defense systems like the Patriot and NASAMS. The latest version of this drone, known as the MS series, takes Russia's ambitions to a new level. Equipped with thermal imaging cameras, AI modules, and enhanced navigation systems, this drone is no longer just a cheap guided missile. It has become both eyes and brain in the sky. The use of powerful processors like the NVIDIA Jetson Orin allows for machine vision systems to recognize targets automatically, even without GPS support. It can detect body or engine heat, mark targets, and carry out attacks with greater accuracy. In addition, significant improvements have been made to the warhead. While earlier versions carried only a 50-kilogram explosive payload, the latest models offer broader options, including incendiary and thermobaric warheads, some variants weighing up to 90 kilograms. This flexibility allows the drone to be used against a wide range of targets, from energy infrastructure to reinforced military bunkers. Its resilience against electronic warfare has also been enhanced. Ukrainian intelligence reports state that the drone is now equipped with a controlled radiation pattern antenna system, featuring 4 antennas capable of receiving GPS signals on 2 frequency bands, L1 and L5. This configuration makes it more resistant to Ukrainian efforts to spoof satellite signals, a tactic that has previously proven effective in disrupting enemy drones. With its multifunctional capabilities as a kamikaze drone, reconnaissance unit, and even a decoy to exhaust enemy air defenses, the Geran-2 MS demonstrates high operational flexibility. Previously, this drone was known to loiter aimlessly due to imprecise navigation systems. Now, because of artificial intelligence and thermal imaging technology, that weakness is being addressed, making it harder to intercept and increasingly dangerous on the battlefield. Ukraine has expressed deep concern over a significant escalation in Russian aerial operations, particularly regarding the use of unmanned aerial systems, or drones. The latest information from the New Voice of Ukraine reveals that Russia is now capable of launching up to 500 unmanned aerial vehicles in a single night, an extremely intense and almost constant wave of air attacks. Strategic data shows that Russia's defense industry is ramping up its production lines. Each day, they are reportedly producing up to 170 Geran-2 attack drones and decoy UAVs, with production expected to increase to 190 units per day before the end of the year. This is not just a threat, it is a systematic campaign to dominate the skies over Ukraine. By mid-June, reports indicated that the Russian military had amassed no fewer than 6,000 Geran-2 and Garpia A1 attack drones, along with over 6,000 Gerbera decoy drones. These figures point to Russia building a layered aerial offensive force, designed to confuse radar systems, bypass defenses, and strike critical targets deep within Ukrainian territory. Zelenskyy publicly stated that in June 2025 alone, 2,736 Geran-2 drone attacks were carried out against Ukraine. Since the beginning of the conflict, military records show that Russia has deployed a total of 28,743 combat drones of this type. However, one strategic question now echoes throughout command rooms and air defense control centers across Ukraine. What level of preparedness exists to weather this storm? Ukraine's air defense system is now facing its greatest test. Radars are on 24-hour alert. Missile defense batteries must keep relocating to avoid being targeted. Anti-drone system operators are fighting around the clock. This battle is no longer just about firepower, it is about the speed of adaptation and technological sophistication. The skies over Ukraine have become the main battleground, and whoever controls them will determine the course of victory. So that's all for today's episode, and thanks for watching.